Hey everybody, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching my video today. If you clicked on this video, obviously you wanted to see what it was about, and you wanted to see possibly if you received a message from this. That's what I'm getting. I know for a fact that what I'm going to talk to you about today is something that everybody deals with, and I just want to share my experience. So this video, I want to share with you everything I experienced after this full moon. There's been so much emotion that I feel needed to happen in order to release things that I was still holding on to. It taught me a lot about myself, and every day you should be learning about yourself. You're never going to have it all together, and you're never going to know everything you need to know. You're always learning, and you're always teaching too from your life experiences. So before I get into anything, I'll be honest with you guys. The last time I saged, and this is really bad just because I know I needed to do it right after, but I didn't. The full moon was this recent October 5th, and my most recent upload before this video was my spiritual bath, the experience I had from it for my first time. Please go check that video out. It was really transformational for me and really eye-opening for me too. But I haven't done this in a while. Will you guys sage with me today? I missed you guys so much. What I experienced after this full moon, after the release I got, all the emotions that came to surface, I needed to take that moment for myself and kind of take everything in, deal with what I was going through, and come back with videos so I can speak with you guys about everything that happened with me. And I just want to say for the record, I'm very thankful for what I have been going through. All these emotions that have come up, all the situations that I've recently been put in, whether it be a mental thing for me or physically, I'm so grateful for it. Like, I'm so grateful for it. You have to be grateful for the bad moments and the good as well, because the bad moments allows you to get through situations, to address situations, get through them, and become stronger and a better version of yourself. That's what I got out of this recent release of the full moon. But anytime I go through anything emotionally that it could be negative in that moment, I don't feel the best, and but I know it's gonna allow some things to be removed from my life that need to be released. So I can't wait to tell you my experience. So before we get into it, we're saging together here, and you watching this video, I want you to know, whatever you're going through right at this moment, come with me into this video ready to release everything that you've been holding on to, everything you've been dealing with emotionally and physically and spiritually. I want you to let go of it right now. Let go of what you're going through. Release what you need to release. Negative emotions, things that are harmful. Release it right now. Release it into the universe. Thank the universe for taking on everything that you're going through. Release it to the universe, and you will get back a breath of fresh air, a moment to be thankful for what you're going through. I sage you, and I love you, and I thank you so much for watching my video today. Your space and your emotional state, your physical state, whatever you're going through, is removed right now and purified and cleared. All of that excess baggage that you've been holding on to is removed right now. Feel it release off of your shoulders. Feel it blow away with the smoke. Sage will purify you and cleanse and purify the air and the space that you're in, and the mind, body, and spirit, the state that you're in. I welcome my ancestors from all four corners of life, all four directions of life, I welcome them into my space, and I thank them for being here right now. I'm saging myself, which I needed to do since the full moon, and I haven't. I missed you guys so much. So, I don't know if any of you had a chance to celebrate the full moon, which was October 5th. Welcome to my video, by the way. You are cleansed, you are purified, your space is purified, so you're sitting with me watching this. It's in an open, calm space, allowing you to receive this message right now. Welcome. And let's start. So, full moon was October 5th. The day before, October 4th, I did my spiritual bath. I had a lot of release in that experience. If you want to know more about that experience, please go watch my previous video to this, spiritual bath. So the next day was the full moon. Full moon is time of release. It's time to let go of. It's time to wash away anything that is holding you back, anything that is negative in your life. You release it into the universe. Okay? The full moon then descends into the new moon, so it's kind of taking all of that away with it. Do your research on full moons, but October 5th, I got to do my first sister circle with a bunch of my sisters. And a sister circle is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And I now have created my tribe. I've gotten close with people that are on the same wavelength, that are wanting to do the same things and pursue becoming a better version of themselves. So I created a sister circle, and I hosted it with my two other sisters. Basically, this was the first time we did this, and there was so much release and so many things I became aware of. It was, for me, a time of self-reflection. This full moon, and I didn't know this was going to happen. I really didn't. This full moon gave me so much self-awareness. Like, you know, I'm becoming more aware of myself every day, but this brought up so many emotions that I didn't think I still had, as far as things I needed to let go of. And, you know, this full moon, we all wrote things down that we wanted to release into the universe, and we burned it all together. We sat in a circle, we meditated, and we released it all together as a powerful sisterhood. And it was so powerful. For some reason, I'll be honest, this event, I feel like, helped me realize what areas I still need to work on in my life. It showed me that I still have insecurities within myself. It brought up so many emotions. So I'm just going to go over what I felt, what came up. And I want to see if anybody else felt this during the full moon. So the emotions of some insecurities that I still need to let go of, that came up. Questioning what else I need to pursue as far as my talents go. So I know my talents include speaking to people and healing others and being there and nurturing and loving on a lot of people, but it actually made me realize that I give so much of myself. Like, I'm naturally somebody that wants to do so much for other people, and sometimes I realize that I don't get the same in return. And that's not saying people don't do for me or don't want to do for me, but I know that I give so much of myself that, you know, people aren't going to give the same in return. The same way I give is not the same way somebody else gives, you know? So it helped me realize that I need not to give so much of myself, because it drains me, because it leaves me feeling a little empty sometimes. Like not certain people, just in general. People might not be there for me as much as I need them to. And it also could be a mental thing that I'm dealing with. It could be something I just think and it's not reality. But I do know this full moon taught me that, like, everything I think is shaping my reality, and it brought more awareness into my thinking, my thoughts. It made me pay attention to my thoughts so much, and I needed to be made aware of that. I needed to bring more awareness into the thoughts I think, and how much I give of myself. Basically protecting myself for my own sanity, for my own wellness. And sometimes you naturally want to just do what you do best. And if you're a nurturer like me, you know that naturally you want to be there for other people and take care of others. And sometimes you don't get that full love that you're looking for back because you're giving so much of yourself. So what I got from that is I need to learn how to let people take care of me, if that makes sense. If it comes off as selfish, just know that I don't mean it in a selfish way. It's more so learn to receive a little bit, because I'm a really big giver. Excuse me. This full moon also showed me that I still have things that happen in the past to me that I haven't worked through fully yet. And this is something that I want to say. With this spiritual path that I'm on, I'm still not going to have everything figured out. Nobody's perfect. I don't care what you practice or what you believe in. You're always a work in progress. You're always going to strive to be better. And I'm hoping that you are striving to be better always. But I realize certain things haven't been fully resolved yet in my life, as far as what maybe happened to me psychologically a long time ago, and it's still coming into my present relationships. And I want my relationships to be a mirror of my better self, meaning this: the more you love yourself, the more your relationships will become happier and more positive and more loving, instead of a lot of negativity or a lot of arguments or a lot of tension or a lot of, everything that is in your life. It's because of your thought process. It's because of what you may be dealing with inside is why certain things are happening. It also could be the universe showing you, what you need to see at that moment, what messages the universe is giving to you, showing you what people to have in your life or not. Long story short, this full moon had my emotions going crazy, and it was a time of release for me, but it was a lot of emotions that came up that I didn't know that were still there. And I'm a work in progress, you guys. I'm always striving to be better. But the fact is, on my spiritual journey, I've learned how to heal myself and how to get right back on track with my own strength that I have. And it's good to have a really good support team around you as well. And that's why I'm thankful for the tribe that I'm building, my group of people that strive to be better and strive to support one another in their journey. I just want to advocate that you have to have a strong support team around you. And I don't mean people that just financially support you. I mean people that are mentally and physically there with you to support you in what you're going through, the ups and downs. You want people that will help you have a level head and think better and think more positive and want more for your life and support your goals and dreams. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you don't have that, you need to find that. You need to create that around you. I since this full moon, I have been dealing with a lot of things emotionally. Like, my emotions have been crazy. And at one point, I was so overwhelmed by these emotions that they took over who I was. Like it took over me, and I allowed it to kind of take me down a little bit. But you know what? That's okay, because look at me. I'm ready to reach out to you guys and say everybody goes through phases in life where they're up and down, but just make sure whatever brings you down, you can get right back up and become stronger from it. But I know that I needed to go through that in order to grow out of situations, and I needed to grow out of thought processes and old habits, and a part of me died. A part of me, a part of that old life, those old thoughts, those old feelings, emotions, a part of that, not a part of that, those things have been released from my life, and I needed to go through that. So I know that this full moon brought up so many things so that I can fully release. You know, sometimes like I'll ask spirit, or I will ask universe when I'm meditating for certain answers, and I actually get in return what I didn't know I needed. You'll be surprised that the things that you get with what you thought you wanted. You will get things and messages and answers, and you will go through things in life that you have to go through, that you not only needed to go through, you had to go through it. I just really want to put out there that you have to embrace everything that you go through that's negative. Everything you go through. Embrace the bad and the good in your life, because the bad is going to teach you what you need to let go of. You know, it's going to allow you to take a step back and say, well, damn, I didn't know that I was still dealing with this internally, or still dealing with this externally in my life, that certain things I don't need to be around, or I don't need, you know? So that's the message I feel like everybody needs to hear right now, or whoever's watching this video. Whatever you're going through, just know it's not going to last. And please don't allow it to take you down. Don't allow it to take you down to the point where you lose yourself and you lose track of the progress you are making. Now I'm stronger. Now I grew out of that and said, well, I just have to embrace what I'm going through. Take a step back and figure out why I'm going through it. Embrace it and say, you know, learn to have that strength where you can look at yourself and check yourself and say, this is actually something that is not good that I'm doing. This is not something that's benefiting me, and I need to change that. I really want, if you're going through this, I want you to be able to look at yourself and say, this is a reality check. I need to change some things, and it's okay. It's okay if certain things resurface in your life. Man, I didn't know I was still dealing with this, or I didn't know this was still a part of my life, or anything like that. I urge you to take the time to look at yourself and figure out what's going on when you're in the moment of negativity. For example, a lot of insecurities in myself came up about who I am and what else I have to offer. And guess what? I, at first, was so down on myself, and I was like, you know, thinking about my purpose here. Although I know I found my purpose here and what I'm here to do, sometimes, you know, I doubt. Sometimes I doubt. Sometimes I have insecurities still. And I took that as, well, maybe I'm still worried about other people, instead of focusing on what I'm doing and embracing what other people have to bring. You know, let's just say I have a group of people and I see them doing things, and that knocks me off track because I'm focused on what they're offering and what I'm not, or if I'm not doing the same thing. I have a lot to offer, and I know that showed me that I'm still, I still have a little more focus on other people than I should. Or the way I go about it is thinking that I need to be doing something or whatever. Like, I lost my focus on me. And yeah, I feel like, why am I threatened by things? Or why am I insecure about this? And it's okay. But what I'm not going to allow is that to still be present in my life, to where it takes over and I lose track of what I'm doing. That's just a little example of like an insecurity coming up, thinking about what other people are doing when I'm taking the steps I need to take on my own journey, and wherever I will end up is where I'll end up. But the focus needs to be on my journey and what I'm receiving and what I'm going through and my own experience, taking that and building on that instead of worrying about like if I'm not offering enough of myself, or I'm not doing as much as I think I should because I see other people doing other things. But that's the beauty of it. I embrace all the gifts that people bring, or that all the talents and all the goals that people have that surround me, because it teaches me. You have to embrace the knowledge that everybody brings you. You have to embrace everything going on in your life. And I'll make another video, but I just want to talk about being present. Sometimes we overthink. Sometimes we're not allowing our body to be present in that exact moment that you're in. Like right now, I'm making this video, and it's easy for me. I don't know if it's a female thing or if it's a gender specific. For me, I'm doing this video, and as I've done this, I still was thinking some other things of what was going on with me today. So I can multitask in my mind. You have to be in the moment though. Like right now, I'm present with you. I'm present on how I feel speaking to you right now. I'm present on the message I'm giving you, and that allows you to enjoy all that's going on in that moment, and it really helps you with appreciating more because you're allowing yourself to be present. That's another video that I plan on doing today. I'm really thirsty. So that's just what I wanted to share. That full moon brought up a lot of things I didn't think that I still had within me that needed to be released. And that's the amazing thing. Whether I actually practice rituals under the full moon and the new moon, the full moon does its job. But the fact that I'm aware of what the full moon actually does and the energy it brings, that's a time of release. And the full moon is literally bringing up things to the surface that need to be released from me and from my life and on my journey. It was blocking me from becoming my best self and bettering myself. I couldn't do that until these things were actually addressed. So when they came up and I didn't know that they were still there, I question why they were there, and I question what I need to do in order to release those things. And I know exactly what I need to do, and they have been done. And I needed to go through those emotions to handle those issues in my life. So I just want to say to whoever's watching this, be present in every moment that you're going through in life. The good and the bad, I promise you, it's easier than you think. Sometimes you want to run away from what you're going through. You have to be present. Embrace all that's coming into your life. These are messages that are being brought to you. These are things that are, allowing you to be aware of what you need to let go of and what's not benefiting you. It's okay to be sad. It's really okay for these negative emotions to come up, because it's showing you that it's still not addressed. It's showing you that doesn't serve you purpose anymore. So, you know, I'm so thankful for the full moon. There was so much release. And I had a spiritual bath the day before the full moon, and I released so much, and I actually received so much from that bath. If you haven't looked at it yet, go watch my previous video. It is it's spiritual bath experience. It was amazing, and I go into much more detail of how I set my bath up and what I got from it and what I felt and what I experienced. It was a really amazing spiritual experience. It was eye-opening. It was awakening. It was, oh, I was open. I was open. My chakras were wide open. And it's because I took the time to bring awareness to those chakras and to work with them, and I brought attention to them. And I took that time for myself to be in that moment and focus on that moment and just be present. So, full moon is amazing, you guys. I love change. I've always been a person that gets bored easily, and I really just I welcome change into my life. I get excited about change because it allows me to grow. It allows me to get into new chapters in life and new phases, and I learn new things always. I love that. I love that. Like, you should always be learning about yourself and embracing who you are and what you go through. Just know that it's okay to embrace the negative, but be willing to change it and to address it. Because if you just let it take over you, you're never going to grow. You have to allow it to happen, be calm about the situation. And I'm saying that for me because sometimes when I get into my feelings and I get overly emotional, I'm very sensitive. But I go through that being more aware now of things that don't serve me any purpose anymore. Because I always want to change it now. Back then, I would just think that that's supposed to happen, or that's the way of life, or this is the worst thing I'm going through, and life is terrible. And I have to say to you, life is amazing. Embrace all the change, and embrace all the things that are removed from your life. And I promise you that it's easier to be in the moment than to try to run away from it. So, yeah, I hope the next full moon you can celebrate under, and that's the perfect time to release many, many things. That's a time to meditate and ask the universe, ask your spirit, ask your guides what you need to do, what things you need to release, and you'll get messages. As long as you take the time to be with yourself and pay attention to your body, your mind, your spirit, you'll receive messages. You'll get words, or you'll get things in your head that just pop up, and that's not just by coincidence. That's actually universe and spirit guides working in your favor. Yes, so full moon was awesome. Our sister circle event was awesome, and my spiritual bath was amazing. So there was a lot of release, there was a lot of emotions, but there was a lot of change that came from that. And that's it. I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. I love you, and I hope that you want more for yourself and embrace what you're going through right now. Allow yourself to be present. Allow yourself to just relax and know that everything will be okay. You've always gotten through situations, right? Those moments when you went through something before and now you can look back and say, I got through that. You're going to get through it right now. Be in the moment. Trust yourself and love yourself enough to not let it take you down. Whatever you're going through in your life that's a little emotional, a little negative, or a lot, it doesn't matter. Know that you're going to get through it. Know that you're strong enough to get through it on your own. On your own. That's the biggest thing I want to stress. Nobody can help you like you can help yourself. You have all the power within yourself, and that's the point of all the spiritual work that I'm doing in this spiritual journey. It is bringing me more awareness into myself, into my spirit, into how the universe works in your favor, if you allow it to. I love you guys so much, and I thank you for watching, and I hope that today you sit, meditate, and release. Love you.